Hi guys, today we are going to see how MSc graduates from physics and chemistry background can get into industrial jobs. So after MSc chemistry or physics, what generally people do is prepare for net exam or PhD or prepare for any government exams. I'm not saying doing these things are bad, I just want to let you know there is one more way through which you can carve the path of your career in corporate industries, in which you can actually implement the subject that you have learned. Especially in the current scenario where many market-oriented companies are having research wing to develop more effective products. For that, I am inviting Ms. Harsha Rahim, an MSc Physics graduate who is currently working as a material research engineer in e-TRNL Energy, a battery research company in Bangalore. Hi Harsha, before going to the job aspects, briefly explain your academic history. Where have you done your bachelor's? Say about your master's also.
Okay, so hey Asif, it's glad to be in your new venture. And so I'm Harsha Rahim and I have completed my master's in physics from Pondicherry University. And my bachelor's was also in physics only, BSc Physics, that I did from Government Victoria College in Palakkad, which is a college affiliated to Calicut University. So that's all about. And currently I'm working as a materials engineer intern in Eternal Energy.
Okay, now say about your master's project. And do you think it's relevant for getting called from these companies?
Actually, my master thesis was structural and microstructure study of PVDF thin films using Langmuir Blodgett technique on hydrophilic glass substrate. So it's basically a thin film, one of the thin film fabrication technique. So it is not necessary that your project and the company research area to be the same, because the main thing is that you need to have good knowledge in your research project, that you need to have a clear idea on what you did on your project. So they will be looking for your research and analytical skills that you gained through your project. So in my case, my master's project is not related to the work that I am currently doing, which is lithium-ion batteries. So you can still apply for such jobs even though your project is not matching with that.
Okay, so basically what I understood is that it is not necessary for our master's project field to exactly match with the field of work of the company, but we should have a good understanding of what we have done in the
Yes.
master's project, right? Okay.
Yes. True.
Okay, now let us move on to the application part. How did you find the vacancies?
So actually, I found the vacancy through LinkedIn. An open role for materials engineer intern job was posted in their page, and I applied through it. That's it. Okay.
Okay, so what should we do to in order to get such advertisement posts in LinkedIn?
So for that, we have to use Google to find the companies which are currently working in the research field, which we are actually interested in. So that should match with our area of interest.
Okay, nice. So have you applied to many companies like this, and how was their responses in general?
Yes, I have applied, and many companies have rejected, and some call for interviews. But I kept trying.
Okay, so you said that you have got rejection many times, right? And eventually you would have learned how to approach these applications, how to improve the CV and all. So kindly tell us about that.
So the first thing that I have to say is that our CV actually gets improved by as we apply more. So what happened in my case is like I made the CV like concise and neat, and I avoided necessary things and focused to highlight on what the recruiter is looking into, what they want to see. That things we need to highlight and we have to focus on that. So our CV gets improved by as we apply more, and also we can also modify the about me section in our CV, which will be in the beginning of the CV. So we can modify them also according to the position we are applying for.
Okay, now tell us about the selection process in your company, the whole selection process, just briefly.
So in my case, actually, I had 3 rounds of interviews in total. And the first 2 rounds were like basic things only, like our details about ourselves, general things, like it's like a know about me like session. And they also asked about the master project also, like what I did for master research project. And also they asked questions related to that, like what I have did on that, whatever things I have learned from that. So that kind of things also, questions were asked based on that. And for the third interview, they gave a 2 days gap, and they asked me to prepare on a topic which was related to lithium-ion battery. So for that, I prepared it for the 2 days, and I presented a PPT presentation on the third round of interview. So that was the 3 rounds of interviews that I had.
Okay. From what I know, you don't have any prior knowledge in battery, right? So how did you make the presentation?
So the topic was actually very basic only. So I have to go through the conceptual things, how it works, and the basic things related to that. So I searched for reference text for understanding the basic concept of them. And also, we can use the help of YouTube channels also related to this. And if you have someone working to that field, if you know someone who is working on that field, you can also seek their help also to prepare this one. So it's better you read about them yourself, and you will get a good idea on them. And still you have to learn on them, but basic things you will get through internet.
Okay. So what is the work you are doing in the company? That is, what are your duties? What are your responsibilities?
So what I'm actually doing is like we are doing materials engineering, in which we take the commercial materials from outside, and what we do is like optimization of the composition of the materials that we use, and their ratios and their processing methods, and all those things which are required for the better performance of the battery. And also, we are not synthesizing any materials in house. Instead, we are working on cell designing, and I can't completely disclose all the details, but these are the basic things what is happening. And more details you can check on our website, Eternal Energy's official website. You will get more details on what is actually happening.
Okay. So you are now an intern, right? And I suppose any fresher initially have to join as an intern, and later it will be converted to a permanent employee based on the performance, right?
Yeah. So what actually happens is like we have to start as a fresher. So we need to get experience on what actually we have to do in a company. We can start as an intern and learn all those things. And as based on our performance, we can be promoted to a permanent employee. So that's what generally happening in most of the companies.
Oh, okay. So what is the average period after which an intern can become a permanent employee?
So it actually depends from companies to companies. Suppose some companies it might be like 3 months or 2 months. For some companies it will be 6 months or even 1 year. So it depends on each companies, and also it depends on how we are performing on that company. Like if we need more things to need, we have to stay as intern to learn all those things. Otherwise, if we are a quick learner and if we are able to do things more efficiently, we can we will be able to be a permanent employee based on that our performance.
Okay. So how much do we get roughly while working as an intern, and when we get a permanent job, just give a rough estimate.
So for interns, it will be like so. For example, if I am so if we are in Bangalore city or something in any other city, it will be like to cover the expenses that we will meet while we are staying there, especially for on-site jobs. So the internship stipend would be according to that for covering our living expenses and a little bit to save also. And when it comes to permanent employees, it will be like according to the industry, they will provide a competitive salary according to that. So that is how it works.
Okay. Finally, is there anything that you want to say to those who are doing their masters in science regarding finding their career?
So actually, those who are interested to do research or industrial jobs, they should apply according to their level of interest. So those who are capable of doing multiple projects at a time and are capable of meeting the deadlines and would like to work in an industrial field, industries are always welcoming those kind of research enthusiasts. So these are all there are also options like this to uh, carve your path in your career.
So thank you for your time, Harsha. I suppose this video would be helpful to many students doing their masters in science, especially in the current scenario where many national exams are not conducted properly, right? So yeah, I suppose you have got something valuable from this video. If you have any queries, you can contact me by WhatsApp or mail. You can also join my Telegram channel to get more career-related news. I have attached the link in the description box. I will be bringing more and more people like this to share their knowledge so it can be useful to you. To get more updates from my side, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. So, see you in another video.